People buy weird stuff. Here's an example. On Etsy, a person is listing a banana duct taped to a piece of wood. They're selling it for $50. And so far, 11 people have purchased this in the last 24 hours. Why do people buy weird stuff? Now that I can't answer, but in this video, I'm going to share with you 5 niches. I'm going to share with you 5 examples that you could take a look at to see if you yourself could make some sales. Let's jump in. In this video, I'm going to be using a niche research tool called Everbee. I love using Everbee. It works pretty easily here. On the left-hand side, there's a keyword research tool. And I can search here inside this window. You'll see banana art returns 212 searches per month. Competition is pretty fierce. That gives me a pretty low keyword score. However, I can look down below and see different types of keywords, different types of keyword scores, and this gives me a fighting chance of being seen on Etsy, which of course helps increase my chances of making a sale. Here we can see banana leaf wall art search volume 98, competition is less, and the keyword score is higher. I'm going to put a link to Everbee in the video description below. There is a free option as well. It has limited search visibility, but it's still pretty cool. So I highly recommend that you sign up for Everbee. Just a heads up, the link in the video description is an affiliate link, and that just means if you purchase the Everbee subscription through the link, I would receive a small commission. Let's take a look at 5 niches that are kind of weird, kind of wild, and pretty interesting. All right, weird niche number 1 is Goth. And I want to point out, I love this niche, so I'm in no way disparaging the people who purchase stuff in this niche. We can see here when I type in Goth, search volume's a little over 2,300. The competition's pretty fierce. That gets us a low keyword score. However, 2 things. 1, make sure to check the related keyword scores in your search results down below and think of different search terms other than Goth. So for example, one common one is Victorian portrait. Search volume is over 500. Now the competition's still pretty fierce, but that gets you a somewhat of a keyword score. Another search term you may not have heard of before is dark academia. Search volume is 2,400. Again, the competition's up there, but it does give you a keyword score that's not exactly 0. So let's check out some weird sales in the Goth niche. Okay, if you're good with resin or making sculptures, this is an idea. This is a Death and the Maiden wall plaque. It's a half-scale resin sculpture. It's in 5 baskets. Now I'm getting sales results sitting right here, and it's because I have the Everbee app installed inside of Google Chrome. So make sure you install that app, and then you can use Google Chrome on Etsy. We can see here 8 sales. Their total sales is over 350, and it's not a bad price point. They're at $88. Here's another one. This is a Gothic bat in dress. It's a Victorian Gothic style. Kind of a funny photo, I guess, because a bat normally wouldn't be wearing clothes like that, maybe unless he has a job interview. So he looks pretty good there. It's $18.55. And we've got in 20 plus baskets, monthly sales 52. So that's, you can do the math on that. They're making some good coin on Etsy selling bat portraits. Here's another one that's in demand for $60. This is a Victorian portrait of a toad. So it's like a plaque. And here we can see monthly sales 89, and the price point is almost 60 Canadian dollars. Very well done. Niche number 2 is specific paintings. What do I mean by that? Well, here on Everbee, if you type in the word masterpieces, you're going to see the search volume's 320. The competition's pretty high. It gives you an okay keyword score of 10. But what if we type in a specific artist? So for example, Michelangelo, very famous sculptor from the Middle Ages, search volume's 231, competition's good, keyword score's 30. We're getting somewhere. Same thing here with Peter Paul Rubens, who's another Enlightenment artist. So we can see this is what I call micro-niching. The search volume's very low, competition is also low, and so you can see there's an option here to start digging out little tiny niches on Etsy. So let's jump in and I'll show you some examples of specific paintings with art styles. All right, so on Etsy, we can see some results here. This is a Santa printable wall art. This is $7.34. It's a digital download, and it's Norman Rockwell. So this is something where you'd want to make sure you have the rights to use these. You'd want to make sure that these are in the public domain. But this is an example of someone who's made 8 sales at $7.34. Here's another one. This is a Snake and Lilith painting by John Collier. It's dark academia wall art, moody wall art. This is $2.58. They've made 12 sales. And here's one that's a huge price point. This is Michelangelo's La Pieta, and it's a reproduction, obviously. It's $1,600. They've sold 3 this month, 20 total, and it's an absolutely beautiful piece of work It's about 18 inches high. Obviously, this is a high-end item, so it's not for beginners. But boy, if you've got woodworking skills, or if you have a 3D printer, or if you're a marble sculptor, you can make some great money because people will hunt down high-quality items on Etsy. And remember to look for the specific artist's name in the listing description, and then go back to Everbee and look up those keywords to see how popular that search term is. Weird niche number 3 is Holy Sword and Shield. Now this search term is extremely low at 2, and the competition is 75. That gets us a keyword score of 30. So sometimes people will scoff at these really low search results, but remember, this is a monthly search volume, so it can grow over time. It could be seasonal, and it's a good opportunity to at least check it out because you can make sales. So I'm using this as an example of what I call a micro niche strategy. Let's check it out on Etsy and see, is anybody actually buying anything in this tiny niche? Okay, check out this example. This is Holy Sword and Shield Archangel Michael carved wooden shield and religious gift. That's a nice little keyword too. We can see there's 9 sales at $72. This is an absolutely beautiful piece of workmanship. So if you're at all skilled as a tradesman in the wood field, maybe you're a carver or you've got tools, this can be an awesome way to make some sales. Here's another one. This is Holy Sword Archangel Michael statue carved wooden shield. And then another good keyword here is art gift for men. But here we can see this is a beautiful shield that's a pretty good size. Well, there's a lady holding the shield right there. I think that looks really cool. What a great gift. This is $74.59, 7 monthly sales, over 300 total sales. Here's another one. This is a human paladin fighter with sword and shield. It's 32 millimeters or 75 millimeters. You can select your option. If I select 75 millimeters, it's $23. And it's an unpainted resin statue. Look at that intricate detail on this. Isn't that beautiful? I can understand why people enjoy collecting sword and sorcery and fantasy elements. 8 sales this month, 31 total sales at $23. Good for them. Weird niche number 4 is actually quite a popular niche. It's fantasy football. And as we can see here, when I type into the keyword research tool on Everbee, the search volume is 233. The competition's pretty big and the keyword score is 20. But ask yourself a question. Why would somebody be on Etsy looking up fantasy football? And the answer is because they want to purchase a trophy for their league so they can lord over their friends because they picked better fantasy football players. Search volume's 137, competition's a little over 1,200. The keyword score is much higher at 110. Let's check out fantasy football on Etsy. Okay, here's our first example. We have a beautiful statue of a guy sitting in a sofa on a laptop. My goodness, it's like I'm staring in a mirror. This is a 6-inch antique gold fantasy football man in chair resin, $43.87. It's in 3 baskets. They've already made 5 sales this month. If you're a really high-end fantasy football owner, check this trophy out. This is $205 and they've made 19 sales this month. This is a huge trophy, quite in demand. It's a beautiful piece of art. Over 100 sales total so far. That is an absolutely gorgeous trophy. And here's a good looking trophy. This is a little bit of a parody here. It says FFL instead of NFL. It looks exactly like a Super Bowl trophy. This is a 3D printed football trophy. And check out the price point, $25. It's in 20 plus baskets. They've made 23 sales so far, 11 sales this month. Not too shabby. Weird niche number 5 is electric outlet decal. When I key this into the Everbee research tool, I get a search volume of 3, competition of 41. That gets me a very high keyword score of 90. Instead of decal, you can also type in sticker, and we can see the search volume's 2. So the combination of those two gets you at least something. Now, is anybody actually buying an electric outlet sticker? Let's check out this tiny niche filled with some weird items. All right, our first example is electric outlet mustaches. You put this on the outlet and hilarity ensues because it looks like a little face. For $5.17, you're going to get a pack of 6 stickers. They've made 71 sales this month and over 10,000 sales throughout the course of this listing. My goodness, it's a full-time job selling mustache stickers. Here's another one. This is an arm and hand outlet decal, pack of 12. We can see there you put it on the outlet and you're now the life of the party. You're the funniest guy in the room. This is $4.06, 30 monthly sales, total sales, 1,700. They're selling at one of these a day on average, little arms that stick on the outlet. I really hope you found this walkthrough helpful. I love using Everbee because I can quickly see sales as I look through Etsy. It's a great feature. I highly recommend using it. The link is in the video description below. And thank you to all the weird people out there buying weird stuff on Etsy, because I love making sales and the customer is always right. Here's another video on how you can have some fun making some sales on Etsy or your own website.